brand new episode of In the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers. I'm Luscious Barbie, and I'll be guiding you through today's episode. I'm so excited to present today's guests. On today's episode, we have Latoya Moppins of Glorious Gherkins Pickles and James Thomas of Southern Dallas Magazine. And now, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the man in the kitchen, connecting the dots from entertainment to food, giving us wisdom every day. Give it up for our host, Ricky Booker.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of In the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers. I'm your host, Ricky Booker. There are so many things in the world that brings us together. Good food, a little bit of conversation does it every time. And in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers, we love feeding your soul. Today's guest, she's the owner of Glorious Gherkins and also better known as Miss Taste Buds Changer. Let's give a warm welcome for Latoya Moppins. Hey, what's up, pickle lady?
Yeah.
Come on in here. How did you get a chance to get over here? Did you drive? You Uber?
No.
Did you take a lift?
I was Ricky Bobby today, actually.
You Ricky Bobby? Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, we're going to jump right in it because, you know, for you to be so famous of what it is that you do, tell me about how did you make a disaster out of something that you created? How did you make a disaster from making your own creation, your own ingredients, your pickles? Tell me about that.
Story time.
Yeah.
My disaster in the kitchen. Well, I make a whole bunch of different flavors. So we actually have over 500 flavors, which we rotate our flavors. So some of these flavors are created from the disaster.
Yeah.
And that is when I'm making, I've spilled, I've put other ingredients together, and yeah. But we have one of many disasters, because baby, I done wasted a whole bunch of pickles.
Well, but you gotta sometimes tell me, because I've done this before cooking.
Okay.
You made a mistake that maybe tastes good too, right?
A lot of these flavors came from mistakes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So tell me how you got the name Taste Bud Changer.
Oh gosh. Okay, so we big flavor culture over here. So if you taste it and it says, let's see, buffalo chicken wing, which he gonna try today, it's gonna taste just like buffalo chicken wing.
Okay, we're gonna see about that, because you know I know some chicken.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We got some stuff for you, big flavor culture
Okay.
today.
So hold that thought, because we're gonna talk a little bit more at the sit down, but we're gonna go back to see what Luscious got going on.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Luscious Barbie. I am back at the restaurant. You already know, it's still the grand opening, and we gotta find out what do the customers think about this food. Now, it gets really exclusive at the restaurant, so you never know what you're gonna see, but let's find out. I'm here with...
It's your boy Kia, aka Mr. Cajun.
And what did you get today?
I have the catfish fried rice. It's amazing. I went to the Arlington location. I had it here. I'm gonna always have it here. It's my main dish right here.
Okay, catfish fried rice. Y'all know that's one of my favorite dishes. And I'm not even lying, because let me show you. Hold on. This is my plate. Okay. Now, I know we've seen you in the city, so you have a restaurant here as well.
Yes, I own Mr. Cajun's Daiquiri, Cajun Food. I have 4 locations in the Metroplex. But guess what? I'm trying to get on that wall right there. So that's what we're gonna do. So Rick, that wall is where we're trying to go. One black-owned business support another. I'm gonna let you carry it on, go on, baby.
Yes, from one restaurant to another. And the goal is, if there's brothers in the city, if you have not noticed, in the Breakfast Brothers location in Dallas and in Arlington, there are brothers, celebrity brothers on the wall, but it's also brothers in the community. So from me to you, I want you to keep watching. Stay tuned. CW33 in Dallas and Freedom 43 in Oklahoma City. Until next time, let's go.
All right, we're here at the sit down with Latoya Moppins, and she ordered catfish and grit bowl, side of collard greens, and some potatoes. Girl, you had a buffet, didn't you?
I guess so.
And our lovely Tatiana is gonna bring it.
Hey, Miss Taste Bud Changer.
Hey, girl.
You ready for us to feed your soul?
Oh, yes, this
Lord,
looks
have
so
mercy.
good.
All right,
Oh, my
enjoy.
goodness.
Go, don't look at it. We
I
go
can't-
ahead.
okay.
I always do like I always. I let people get it in, and we're gonna start
Get it
discussing
in.
your career. But you're gonna eat like we at home having a conversation.
Okay, well, baby, let me
Let's
get
see.
into it right
Here's
quick.
the
Hold
moment
on.
of truth.
This
Once again,
is-
like I said,
I gotta
she
taste a
had
little bit of this and a little bit of that. So hold
catfish
on.
and grit bowl.
Do you want to taste? No, I
Yeah.
gotta taste that.
Yes, Lord.
Okay, it's giving season. Because you know I'm Miss Taste Bud Changer anyway, so I'm gonna tell you. But it's giving season.
Quit trying to be proper and go and break that catfish grill and start eating that food.
Okay, thank you.
We at the
We
table.
at home.
Yeah, what you doing? Sitting here trying to be proper. Now you gotta let you get the collard greens.
Hold on.
Okay. The moment of truth.
Yeah, because if they better than my greens, then that's
Oh, they
how we
better
gonna
than your
know.
greens. Trust and believe.
Okay, well, we
Better
at
than-
home. He said
better
I
than-
have to be proper, y'all, so let me get into it. Let me get a good look, you know.
See, you ain't the only one that know how to do stuff.
Baby, because this is how my pickle tastes, too. I got a greens pickle.
Well, let's do this then.
Oh, that tastes good.
We gonna keep. You can keep eating, but we're gonna talk a little bit too. I want to know how you got started making the pickles,
Oh, my goodness.
the gourmet pickles.
Thank you. It started, I was homeless, and I was 16. I was pregnant with my oldest son, who is now 28. And I was doing this for my children. And upon doing this, my youngest son, who is 26 now, he said, Mom, I think you need to sell these. And I was like, nah, this is, you know, something that I just do for, you know, my children.
Right.
And a long story short, somebody dared me to open up a business in, you know, a small location. So it's the same location that we're in now. I started a smoke shop. Within that smoke shop, the pickles started, but it started because my son. So he was sneaking the pickles up there, and I was supposed to be going to go get chips and stuff for the store.
He was your outside sales rep.
He really was. So when I came back, it was like, we want some more pickles. Where the pickles at? And he's back there like, no. I was like, we don't have pickles here. And that lady was like, yes, y'all do. Y'all got tropical and y'all got grape. And I was like, no, we don't. My son is like, oh my God. Yeah.
Thought he was gonna get in trouble, but he created a brand for you.
He did get in trouble a little bit because I told him don't bring them pickles up to
Yeah, but
yeah.
look what it turned into.
It did, and I'm thankful. I really am.
So
I'm thankful.
being that he did that and he became your sales rep secretly,
Yeah, he did. Cause
how
his
did
mom
the
is
name
stubborn.
come about, the Glorious
Well, the
Gherkins?
first name was supposed to be the Munchies, and
Oh, the smoke shop, the Munchies, okay.
right, because
okay,
the smoke shop was named Smoke Signals,
Yeah.
which I still have. And then I was like, well, the Munchies, that's really not marketable. So I
Not in
ditched that.
Texas anyway, because smoke and Munchies don't go together, because you know we hadn't got
Yeah,
recreational
you can only
yet.
do CBD here. Only do CBD. So,
All right.
so I was like, no, well, they so good, and you know, everybody kept saying, oh, he's good, and I was like, well, I was gonna name it Glorious Pickles. Well, my mom, she was like, she didn't really think that this was gonna do what it was gonna do anyway. She was like, this ain't gonna do nothing, you know. And so one day, me being me, I write everything down. So I went to visit her, and I took my book over there and opened it up and left it there and went to the bathroom on purpose. And so since it was on purpose, I knew she was nosy, so she was gonna watch it. And she was like, oh, this is Pickles? And I was like, yeah. Next day I come back, she was like, well, yeah, you can't name it Glorious Pickles. I mean, that's cool and all, but who you marketing to? I was like, everybody. And she was like, yeah, okay, well, check this name out. And I was like, well, what's that? Because I didn't know what a gherkin was either. And she
Well,
said,
tell
"That's-
me, because I don't know what it is.
Oh,
either.
okay, so gherkin, so we're going to educate y'all.
Okay.
Gherkin is another name for pickle.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, Glorious Gherkin. I said, okay, I'm going downtown, $26. I got it. Boom. And,
So Gherkins is a pickle.
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google. You know, Google tell you everything. So if you lying, I'm gonna catch you over there at your shop
It's going to tell you what it is.
and kick the door down.
It's okay. We're going to be ready for you.
You know, every business that usually take off the way yours did is because God has something to do with it too, right?
Yes, because Glorious Gherkins really does
Right.
have a meaning.
Right,
It's
but you
a faith-based
still
business.
have some type of obstacles that you have to go through. So name maybe one of the things that you did, because I know it's probably quite a few, but I just need to know one.
One of the things that I did,
There was an obstacle for you to get Glorious Gherkins to where it was at.
well, the first obstacle was I had the pickles in a Ziploc bag. So, and I had a permanent marker, and I was putting them in there and writing the flavor down. And it went from, I was trying to find bags, nobody would help me, nobody would tell me, so I started making my own bags. And then that became a problem because I was spending a lot of money on ink to make,
Right.
you know, labels.
So your profit was going into bagging the pickles.
Exactly. So
that is definitely an obstacle. You know, let's talk about some of the celebrities that start eating it, that took it in the forefront where everybody started paying more attention to it, because they was already paying attention to it in Dallas.
They was.
Name some of the people that.
Boosie, he was like the first one.
I remember when he did it too with his country stuff, boy. He was like,
this retarded,
yeah,
yes.
he was going crazy.
Tiffany Haddish has tasted them. I was on Celebrity Row at the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Awards. So, you know, of course, a lot of celebrities, and I hope I ain't missed nobody because it's been a lot.
Right. So, you got an anniversary coming up, right? How many years?
Glorious Gherkins will be 15 in February. And that's major for me because I did go through a lot of obstacles, a lot of trials. So entrepreneurship is definitely not for the weak.
Yeah. So Glorious Gherkins then went from Pickles to another brand. Now let's talk a little bit. You brought some teas on here too that you want me to try.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about these and the placement, or the stores that you got placement in.
Okay, so we have 2 new products. So he been my friend. I know he don't like okra, but I was trying to see if he was gonna taste it. He said, So
okay.
we got pickles.
I'm gonna taste the pickles.
And then you can wash it down with tea.
Which one is this one right here?
That's strawberry cheesecake.
Okay, let me try that. Really good.
He ain't the only one serving and cooking it up either.
What's the other ones right here?
The buffalo chicken wing.
Buffalo chicken wing.
What's my name?
You know I'm the chicken man, so.
Well, that's why we had to do it.
I'm gonna figure out if this really tastes like a buffalo chicken.
Okay, well you.
It look like a regular pickle to me.
It's supposed to. Well, that one is anyway.
Man, it do taste just like a buffalo chicken.
And that's why they call me Miss Taste Bud Changer too.
And if anybody know me, I ain't gonna sit here and tell no lie. This is facts. This tastes just
real.
like a buffalo chicken, and it is delicious. Strawberry cheesecake is delicious. So, what's all of this you have right here? What's those brands? I'm not gonna eat all of them because we ain't got enough time. Boy, buffalo chicken.
Okay, now hold on. Open it up. Open it up. Shake it up. We got the fresh fruit teas, y'all. Gourmet flavored fresh fruit teas.
This one is
blackberry.
Blackberry. Boy, that buffalo chicken, you have a lot of buffalo in it.
Okay, so we got these in 7 stores, y'all. And throughout the DFW, we're moving around. We're moving our way through. What's your thing?
It tastes real good. And even though that I had the strawberry cheesecake pickle, I can still taste the flavor, the blackberry, and it's fresh fruit.
Yes, fresh fruit teas.
Pretty good.
Well, thank
All
you.
right.
I lived up to my name.
Yes, you did. Glorious.
I'm
telling y'all, Latoya, you got to go check out. Tell them where they can find you and where your tea's at and where your pickles at, all of
Okay, well, we have our main location. It's 4515 Village Fair. Our hours there are Thursday through Saturday, 12:30 to 7, and on Sundays, 12:30 to 6. We have our fresh fruit teas in 7 locations. So, Chevron off of 35 in Illinois, Hi-Ho Grocery Store off of Beckley and Sainer, Gold Star, which is on Ledbetter and Bonneview, Gulf Express, right next to the McDonald's in sunny South Dallas, across the street from the fair. 6 is Big Daddy's off Colonial and Pine, and number 7 is Wichita Falls Davenport Grocery Store.
So how many locations? 7?
7.
Man, you go, girl.
Lucky number 7.
You heard this? Started 15 years ago because her son secretly started his own sales in the back of the business. I gotta keep reminding you that you gotta tell that story because that young man right there should.
I mean, it's deeper than that, but
right.
You know.
That was good. Stay tuned, everyone. I got James Thomas coming up next with Southern Dallas Magazine. Our next guest, he's the CEO and founder of Southern Dallas Magazine and also the co-founder of K Mills Collection LLC. Let's give a warm welcome for James Thomas. What's going on, man? What's up, Chief?
Man, I'm doing great, doing great. Glad to be here. Glad to
Come
be
on
here.
in here.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
Clean, man. I need to start wearing suits.
Well,
You
you know,
know, I like Steve Harvey, boy.
Well, yeah, man. I'm trying to just, you know, represent.
That's all right,
So,
though, man. You
know.
got one of the hottest magazines in the Dallas-Fort Worth area right now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I've been in it twice. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, too.
Okay, okay,
But, you
okay.
know, I'm a man that like to cook. We here in the kitchen.
I
with the
like to
Breakfast
eat,
Brothers.
so this works.
Tell me about this 2 menu items in your kitchen.
Oh
you know how
man,
to
I'm
cook.
famous.
Nachos
I'm famous.
and spaghetti.
I think I'm gonna start selling it, man. I'm serious, cause I got this bad spaghetti. Everybody loves my. Well, that's all I cook.
I'm finna say,
It's just
you oughta-
spaghetti.
you oughta master
Spaghetti
it.
and nachos. That's it. I mean, you know, I stay in my lane.
So you the
Right.
one that they call for the baby showers and
Yeah, cause I got you.
Yeah, the
I'm gonna make a big
nachos.
pot of nachos and a huge pot of spaghetti, and everybody gonna love it.
This is the man for the weddings, the baby showers,
Right.
and the gender reveals. He got you.
I got
Spaghetti and nachos. So tell me the secret behind it, though. You know, we joking. Tell me the secret behind your spaghetti.
Well, if I told you, man, I have to hurt you,
You're going to
man.
have to make me something then.
But
'cause I need
there's a special ingredient that I have in all my stuff. It's turkey meat. It's
Turkey meat.
No beef, just turkey.
Okay.
And that's what makes a difference.
So the nachos, you use the turkey meat with the nachos too?
Yes, sir. With a, now, I'm gonna tell you, I put a little something in it, but I don't want to tell you that.
Okay.
Chili
Chili powder?
That's
Okay.
it.
Ranch?
Can't get no more.
Okay. All right, man. But, man, you know, I'm going to talk about when we first got in his magazine. I think we first opened the first location in Arlington, January
Okay.
2021, January 26th. And then my publicist, Amber Brown, she told me that she had the first article, and young lady, I never got to meet her because every time she came to the restaurant, she came and met with Amber. And who would know, almost 2 years later, we get another piece in his magazine, and now he's on the show.
As God would have it.
Yes. You know, when they say when the stars line up, they usually line up the right way.
Indeed they do.
So man, you know, I enjoy. I read it, and the first one that it was an edition that had Cicely Tyson on the front of it.
Yes, that was special.
Yes.
Very special. Honored her, and it just so happened that the time that we had that, your article came in. Shertine was writing it as it happened, and so as a consequence, here you are, and there you was in, you know, with that particular edition.
Well, man, I want to talk a little bit more at the sit down when we sit down and eat.
All right.
Cover it and go over it a lot more. What you got going on in the
Let's
magazine, what
do
you got
it.
coming up. But in time, man, we always do something. We always go back and see what Luscious has going on at the restaurant.
Okay, let's do it.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Luscious Barbie. You already know I'm here at the restaurant, and we gotta find out what do the customers think about the food. It get really exclusive at the Breakfast Brothers, so you never know what they order, but they just ordered, and we gotta find out. Okay, I'm here with.
Right.
And what did you order?
I ordered the catfish with the veggie rice.
And
Bonsai. And I ordered the oatmeal pancake plate.
okay.
Chili roll, almost everything on the menu. Salmon rice, and catfish.
The cabbage fried rice?
Yeah, catfish
Okay.
fried rice.
All right. So I heard barbers, so y'all some barbers at the Texas. So y'all trying to get cut up, because I'm about to cut up. Okay. Now tell me about where you at.
Like I said when I was outside the bar, I really was cut it train, walk shop, and we're there a mile right across the street.
Okay. Same shop. All right. Jelly roll, Vontae. Trey, so here too. I forgot. Okay, so it's clearly some barbers in here. So if you was looking to get your hair cut, because I know it's a Saturday, you trying to get cute, you trying to go out, you already know where to find them. And you already know where to find us, but I'm going to tell you again, CW33 every Saturday, Oklahoma City, Freedom 43 every Saturday. And until next time, let's go.
All right, we're here at the sit down with Mr. Valentino, and he ordered chicken and waffles with the breast and a side of potatoes. Now, lovely Tatiana is gonna bring it.
Ooh.
Hey, Mr. Valentino.
Hey.
You ready for us to feed your soul?
Indeed I am.
All right, enjoy.
I will do. Thank you.
We also got 3 of our special sauces we want you to try with it.
Oh, okay. So I'm finna go and get down.
I'm gonna
bro.
let you go on and get
You know,
started.
You know.
You know how we do.
We ain't trying to be cute around here,
Nuh-uh,
Doc.
not at all.
I'm just saying, Doc.
You need
Oh,
this. Where's the syrup?
Is this some? I see some caramel or
Yeah,
something
we got
on
to
there.
do a caramel drizzle.
Okay,
powdered
and then we
sugar.
got these sauces here
That's
for
the
the.
sausage.
Okay, all right. Let me do a little something. I'm gonna dig in. See what we got going on here.
The moment of truth, y'all.
The moment of truth. I'm 3
So,
different
man, you
sauces.
gonna pick up that
I'm gonna
chicken
get in a
thing?
minute. I'm doing it here.
That's the KOD sauce.
I said, which one?
KOD.
Ooh. All right. I'm gonna have to come back to that one. I'm gonna split them up. See what we got here. We're gonna split them up a little bit. How about that, Doc?
I'm gonna get down to what the real reason you sitting here for. We got you eating the food. He's a regular at Breakfast Brothers, so I'm cool with that.
Yes, I am. I love Breakfast
And
Brothers.
so I want y'all to know what it is that he brings to the city and he brings here. He's got a magazine that's called Southern Dallas Magazine, and of course, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that's been covered on this magazine and also been inside. Explain how you got started with Southern
Man, I'm
Dallas.
gonna tell you, here's the deal. About 15 years ago, actually almost 20 years ago now, I worked at the Dallas Business Journal. I was one of the only black sales executives that they had. But what I realized was they didn't really have enough content that covered my community.
Right.
It was pretty North Dallas, Plano, that kind of thing, downtown Dallas. But there was so much going on down south. So I said, you know what, I want to do my own thing. So I left, but I didn't leave because of that reason. I left for some other reasons.
Right.
So about maybe 3 years later, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and start this journey. And that's what I did. It's been a journey ever since. It wasn't an easy journey, but it's been a journey ever since. A good one though.
The next brings me to the next question, because like I say, you know, I talked to the last guest about having the obstacles that you have. It's always a journey.
Yes.
But name some of the things that just almost just made you just say, you know what, throw in a towel.
Man, I got a lot of them, but here's the first one though. So, first one was just getting started, because it took money to print this thing, right?
Magazines.
So I had to go out and sell advertising, because that's how we sustain ourselves. So I had to go knock on doors and tell people about a magazine and invest in a magazine that did not exist at the time. So some folks was like, you know, come back and see me when you have it, you know, and then people said, well, you know what, if you're crazy enough to come to my door and ask for money for something that don't exist, I'm gonna go ahead and write a faith check.
Right.
So we had enough faith checks to get the thing started, and we've been in existence now almost 12 years.
Man, that's amazing.
Every single month.
Because the one thing that people don't know when it comes to magazines, the obstacles with that is we live in a social media world. Everything is online.
We do. Yes, we do.
Let's talk about how you still able to have hard copies, and not only that, be in Barnes & Noble with a hard copy.
Yes. So what I found was here's what happened. When social media really began to hit, I saw right in the beginning not to shy away from it, but to run to it. So many times entrepreneurs want to run away from what they see as a threat rather than run to it and say, you know what, let me make this threat work for me. And we just made it work for us. And our advertisers not only are online, but there are people who might not be online. Not everybody's online.
Right.
So they say, okay, we want to hit this community, that group of people, this group of people. And so that led us to be able to prosper even in the age of social media.
Right. And I want Dallas Fort Worth to know something. Viewers, this is the first time I met Mr. Valentino in person. 2 years, almost 2 years, well, in January it'll be 2 years we had the Arlington location. And 2 years ago, my publicist, Amber Brown, went and started sending out press releases when we first opened up the first location. And lo and behold, the next month, which was February, Black History Month, we made an article into his magazine, and I didn't even realize it. Almost 2 years later, here we go. Now I'm interviewing the man, and you know, this is one with the Cicely Tyson on the front, and of course this is the article that's in the inside. And this is 2 years later. This is February 2021.
Yes.
And we're going into January now. We're going in February. And then November, our second location was the newest location in Oak Cliff.
Yes.
I'm sitting at my desk in the back of the restaurant, and they bring me these to the desk, and I'm like, what's this? And I open it up, and behold, almost 2 years later, there we are on the top eight.
Once again.
Once again.
Right.
And when it comes to supporting and doing some of the things that I've seen in Dallas Fort Worth, you know, in the kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers and interviewing the people that I interviewed, meeting him for the first time and never had to buy advertisement or anything like that when it was published and was in his publication. So
when the magazine started, we were Dallas South Magazine. The name was Dallas South Magazine. 2 months into it, I'm doing a banquet. I'm hosting one, and somebody from a board of another newspaper had a name that was similar. So the board member went back and told the guy, hey, you got this new magazine now. Name is similar to ours. We got a problem. And I get a letter from a lawyer, cease and desist. If you're gonna use that name, we're gonna sue you. I said, well, I ain't got but $10, $15. So, I mean, you ain't gonna get much.
Right.
But the thing of it is, I had to change my name. Yeah. So you do all this marketing, all this stuff comes up, and you have to change your name. And we have been, and so the name change went from Dallas South Magazine to Southern Dallas Magazine. And so that was a big shift. Because can you imagine changing Breakfast Brothers' name?
Oh, I couldn't.
Can you imagine that?
I couldn't imagine it at all.
Right, I couldn't imagine it either. But we had to make an adjustment.
The only thing about it now is that I tell the famous Amos story, but we ain't got time.
Oh, we ain't got. But I know it though.
We own.
Come on, that's what you gotta do. You gotta own the name.
We own the slogan.
There you go. There you go.
We own the jingle.
Come on now.
And we own the TV show. You've done a great job doing what you're doing. You're still doing what you're doing.
We're thankful for that, man. It's work, but it's work. I call it worthy work.
Right.
There's work, then there's worthy work. Okay. I feel that's worthy work.
Yeah. Tell everybody today where they can get the magazine.
Man, we have 400, literally 400 locations, and we're in actually Barnes and Noble in Cedar Hill. But we're at the Potter's House, we're at Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship, we're at Breakfast Brothers, we're at Frost Bank. So if you go to our website, southerndallasmagazine.com, that's southerndallasmagazine.com, you can find out all the locations that you can pick us up.
Your social media handle?
At Southern Dallas Magazine, also on Facebook as well as Instagram.
And coming soon, Breakfast Brothers is going to be on the front page.
I believe that, on that cover now. Speak it into existence.
Yeah, both editions, year and a half, almost 2 years later, made both editions, both publications, and I never.
So what you're saying is, now it's time to be on the cover and be on the inside.
Right.
Okay.
And the first time
I got you.
I met you today on the show.
Well, it's been a blast. I got to eat the rest of this.
No, I'm gonna let you get to it. But I'm gonna tell you, if you want some of the things you've seen on the menu today, the chicken fried, I'm gonna say chicken fried steak. We don't have no chicken fried steak. Chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
Catfish and grit bowl that Miss Latoya had earlier. We can be reached right in Arlington, 130 East Bardin Road, 6 days a week, closed on Tuesday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our newest location, 3704 West Campbell Wisdom, Dallas, Texas. We open there 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach us each and every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. right here in Dallas on CW33 and the sister station, Freedom 43. I'm your host, Ricky Booker. See you next week.